other side of the bracket.
Our two other, our
Yeah,
two little people from the other side of the bracket. Yes.
exactly. Exactly. And they are here on Frost. Down here on the bottom left-hand side, we got SLR SQD's Aldi.
Ald.
Apparently it looks like
Aldi.
Ald, but he said in chat it's Aldi.
Okay.
So whatever.
All right.
His clan tag is inappropriately long. I
Does it
wonder what
stand
that
for
stands
anything?
for. It must. I'm gonna check after the game to see what that stands for.
All right. But
But who cares?
over here at the bottom right, we have our other player.
Oh,
He is clanless, and he's playing as the Purple Protoss, and his name is Xelaman,
nice. Yay.
or Xelaman.
Yeah, I don't know. I assume it's
Zell,
Zella,
right? Yeah.
because it's like the Zelnaga.
Yeah.
But yeah, but who knows? Who knows? It's going for both of them pretty standard right now. Obviously, stuff you'd expect. Aldi or Al doesn't isn't going for a gas though, so probably going for a normal Marine opening instead of the awesome Reaper play that we see
Yeah.
out of some people.
Some people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
some
Kind of
folks.
makes sense. I mean, I don't want to crap on lower league players because they've definitely gotten better, but
Yeah,
you know, the microing Reapers is kind of hard. So,
yeah, definitely. You have to be really good with them to actually get some use out of them. So,
right.
what's the point otherwise?
But I
It's
think even just sending one across the scout is kind of useful.
so
Uh,
apparently Zellerman's uh, is Alex. It's Alex backwards. That's what that's what
oh,
Chad is telling me there.
all
So
right.
then I don't know, is that Alex man or is it like Nam Alex? Like he's a Vietnam veteran.
Nam Alex.
Yeah, Nam Alex,
Alex Nam.
the veteran. Yeah.
All right, so in the turn base, we have this SCV chasing this probe around. The SCV at the natural is poised to take a expansion, and we do have this Marine chasing the probe out of the way. Will the probe pop back in to see the expansion? We'll find out.
Looks like he's gonna try and turn around, but get shot down before he can actually get any information. Still no gas for our Terran player, and we don't see any signs yet of our Protoss going for an early expansion himself. Although he's got a probe down in the natural, but it's not really in Nexus position, and he's not saving up money at this point.
I think it's just gonna put down a pylon first,
Yeah, maybe.
maybe. Yeah,
Yeah,
there it
there
is.
you go.
Pylon goes down. Probably gonna take the expansion soon. I mean, oh, what did he build? He built the pylon and
Yeah,
the
actually,
core.
it's more
Oh,
that
and a
he's
gateway.
queuing up. He's
Okay.
also, queuing up like probes. So some of the minerals seem like they're missing,
Uh,
but hasn't actually added a unit out of this gateway yet.
our turn player still pretty standard, other than having no gas, going down to barracks, getting a sizable amount of Marines out before taking up. Throws down a scan to see what's going on. He sees the robotics facility, which is pretty important, and the two gateways, as well as the mothership core.
Yeah, and there
Unfortunately,
is, yeah,
he
go
doesn't
ahead.
see. Unfortunately, he didn't see that there was no natural. So this
Right.
could be, it could potentially be a one base play, but well, I was about to say he's saving up money, but he spent it all again on a forge. So
Yes, to do that. So yeah, Rotas is very. It's an interesting way to do it. He's throwing down. So he's got three gateways on their way as well as the robotics. So he may be looking to do like a three-gate robo bust on the front.
but the thing
Uh,
is, he's still making probes, though. Look how
yeah, that's
oversaturated his
true. He's
natural is.
continuing with them.
Oh, there goes the Nexus, though, down at the natural.
Okay.
Uh, Meanwhile, our Terran player has taken gas. He's getting on his tech labs for his barracks, producing Marines out of the single one that's still going. Um, throwing down his meals. His economy looks pretty good right now, as long as he continues to produce SCVs.
Yeah, he's definitely the Terran looks ahead in most aspects right now, getting all the add-ons there, starting stim. We'll definitely have that done before anything aggressive can come out of our Protoss player.
Right.
And Protoss actually going for the +1 weapons armor here first. Given how many Marines there are, it would probably be better to see the +1 armor going down, since it does cut down the damage of the Marines a lot more than it helps you out.
Right. Factory going down here for LD. I would have liked if he pushed out with this little Marine group and maybe sent the SCV in just to check on the natural, because Protosses tend to play pretty greedy during the early stages of the game, and a couple of Marines can definitely catch some sentries or the Mothership Core off guard.
Yeah, for sure. Particularly if you catch that Nexus, if he had known that it went down so late and you catch it before it's actually finished, then he can't obviously photon overcharge it yet. And he
Right, and
could have forced to cancel, but opted to play it safe there.
yeah, and a handful of Marines can definitely cancel a building Nexus.
Yeah, for sure.
But LD scanned for the main again. I don't think he saw much difference. I mean, he saw the Robo was producing and he saw the Forge, but he still doesn't know about this expansion, I don't think.
No, he may just assume it's there at this point, but doesn't
Right.
actually see it with his own eyes. And he may assume it's way more saturated than it is
Right.
at this point, yeah, assuming that it's been there a lot longer than it actually is. Um, Alex isn't sending down, should probably cut off a few probes and send them down to that natural actually to balance out the mining a little bit. And he's getting the robotics bay there as well. Which, if he can definitely get a number of those out before, say, a Viking count comes up, then can be good. But the starport is already finished for our Terran player, and
This Phoenix is going to see it.
Yeah.
And I think he caught the group of Marines moving out as well. Or at least planning to. Scanning on top of his army, I guess, to check for observers.
We'll move across the map.
Yeah, the slow force is going to be moving across the map, but our Protoss player has enough energy for time warps and photon overcharge, as well. He's got quite a few force fields to block off that ramp, or that choke, and 2 immortals, pretty good.
Yeah, definitely the immortals here good. He's just starting work on the Colossus. That won't be done quite in time for this to come. The Terran hesitating outside. He may actually be waiting for +1, but I don't know. He is. He's probably can be seen right now.
Yeah, if Alex sees that and he force fielded that off, that would have been really good, but unfortunately he was just a little bit late. Medevacs coming in just on time, and that +1 about to kick in as well. But currently it's Alex with the high ground advantage and the +1.
Just gonna go for a pickup here.
Yeah, loading up his medevacs.
If he could target down this robotics facility before that finishes, but we'll just be going after the pylon.
Yep. Late reaction here by Alex. He's moving his army up now. Colossus is stuck at the natural. If LD had another army to just run in, he could have picked off some probes in that Colossus. But
yeah, he had a very small force there, and it took so long for the Protoss to move that probably wouldn't have been effective.
It was still a good move. He did take down a couple pylons. Alex now having to keep some stalkers over there for future defenses. And Alex just rallying across the map right now. He's got a ton of money. I think he should throw down more supply depots and Raxus, which is exactly what he's doing, as well as a 3rd command center. Starting as +2, scanning for the army. I wonder if he has a count on the stalkers, because looks like Alex is repositioning the ones in his main.
Yeah, he may try and do this in. One of these medevacs is very low. Hopefully he'll think to swing wider, and it looks like it may come in.
He was
right on top of them. He was, and then change his route. He's going to lose both of these full medevacs, and that is a huge swing around. He was in such an advantageous position. Even that earlier drop, you mentioned just getting a few pylons, but that, of course, supply blocked the 2nd Colossus from coming out, and could be a big swing, but losing that is pretty bad.
But he did get to see the Twilight Council go down, if he did click on it. Alex right now kind of still just sitting back at home, messing up an army. LD, he has his 3rd going up, but he still has like a lot of minerals.
Yeah, definitely. It would be nice to see a lot more barracks coming out. He's getting reactor completed on one, still building another. So he is trying to increase his production capacity and actually spend those minerals.
Yeah, and he's been using a lot of scans, actually.
Yeah.
I think that was at least 3 or 4 going down, which could have been meals, but it doesn't look like he needs the minerals right now anyway, so I guess it works out for him. and starting his Viking production to take down those Colossi. But the only thing now is that he has no medevacs, which means his Marines are just going to go down way too fast.
Yeah, exactly. He's kind of got a low count of both, and it's not going to be very effective. Two Vikings will take quite a while to go through. Three Colossus now. One immediately just gets picked off.
Yeah. Here comes the
Zealous,
engagement.
unfortunately, in the
Army.
back here, will try and snipe down the Colossus himself and lose his whole army in the process.
Yep, he did get the mothership core,
Yeah.
but that was like just the bulk of his army. He lost another medevac for free. All those Marines just kind of just got shredded apart, and now our Protoss Alex is moving into the center of the map, completely skipping the SCV and the Marine there, getting it now. He's got two probes with his army to make reinforcing pylons, and he's gonna actually swing around over here, completely dodging those two Widow Mines. Wow, what a smart player.
Yeah, definitely going to go for the. I think he expected the base to be on the lower side there. Will swing up, and I think he has a really good angle here to go after these supply depots. It's going to be hard for the Terran to engage directly into this.
I think what he could have done too, just to be fancy, is have the Colossus for high ground vision and then blink up the Stalkers.
Right. One Colossus does get taken down. Oh, a little bit of a misstep on a juke there. And I think he is actually going to lose the bulk of this army.
Retreating the wrong way as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So both players kind of throwing attacks at each other, coming out even. He had those probes, I guess, just mishotkeyd, but he was producing back at home, which is good.
Yeah, definitely. You can see as we switch back, there's still two Colossus back there. There's still these 6 Stalkers up on the high ground that we're just defending that can be thrown in at any point. And did a bit of damage there, definitely, for against the Terran.
Yeah, supply blocked him again, which is kind of really what's hurting LD right now.
And just looking at LD's army, there's only the one medevac out. It has no energy left. The army is just a little bit of a pumpkin patch right now, all orange and yellow. And on that, Protoss will expand.
Yep, Alex taking his third. LD making more barracks, but that's like just not what he needs right now. He needs another starport, really.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Alex is actually pumping out 2 Colossus at a time. So
nice drop here to not even only cancel, but just outright kill that.
Yep,
the blink forward a little too late.
But yeah, 2 Colossus at a time against a single starport, which is just producing medevacs that he needs to catch up on. It's actually fully queued with medevacs right now. And I think, I don't know, man. I think if Alex just goes in with like 6 Colossi, it doesn't matter how many medevacs you have. You need those Vikings.
It's just going to wipe over them, pretty much. Yeah, there's only 4 Vikings out there. 2 of them already very, very low, although it gets caught on move command there a little bit.
This is what I was going to bring up earlier. If he had gotten caught on move command, which he has twice so far now, doing it again.
Yeah.
Protoss is just going to lose their army, and like Terran can kind of just overpower everything once those Colossi are gone.
Yeah, that's a shame. He had 4 Colossus that did nothing for him. That could have easily wiped this army, but just got caught walking too close.
Yep. The third is going to get taken out again. Alex kind of just
2 Colossus
defending.
again, but there's nothing to buffer for them.
Yep. And he didn't reproduce his mothership core, which was unfortunate because it could be helping stall right now. But Alex is actually just out of money right now, and that Terran army is probably enough to take care of this. He still has those 6 Stalkers up there, but it's not going to do much. And
I think
GG
he's
is
just
sold.
forget about this. And yeah, that's a real shame to see.